It's Christmas time, and I thought it'd be a good time to get the old Dutch oven out and make a Christmas cobbler with 4 berries: strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. It's very simple to make, takes less than an hour to cook in your Dutch oven. And the ingredients are real simple: sugar, self-rising flour, Karo syrup, the fruit, and cinnamon if you want it. It's got a real holiday feel to it, and I hope you have a great Christmas. First thing we're going to do is get our charcoal ready. I use Kingsford charcoal. It's just kind of the best you can find, and it really is consistent. Most of the recipes you find, if they're not using wood, they're using Kingsford charcoal. So I've got my charcoal chimney set up here. We're going to get the coals ready. While we're doing that, let's go mix up our cobbler. I tend to like simple things to cook, and this is a very easy one too. This is a Lodge Dutch oven, and as you'll see, it has feet, and it also has a ring around it, a lip, which makes it a Dutch oven, a camp Dutch oven. It makes it a camp Dutch oven, so you can put charcoal underneath and put charcoal on top without the charcoal briquettes falling off. The other thing I like that's easy, Walt Strickland, a good friend of mine, showed me this. This is a 3-quart aluminum casserole dish, and it's disposable. So instead of cleaning up the Dutch oven, we're going to use that as a liner, and we're going to mix everything in here so that we don't make a mess. Much easier cleanup. Okay, we have our Dutch oven, we have our liner. We're going to start with the dry ingredients first. 2 cups of self-rising flour, 2 cups of sugar. And what we're going to do now, we're going to stir that together. We're going to mix that up nice, really good. Get all of the sugar and flour mixed. And again, this is all in this aluminum casserole dish, so it's very easy to do. Okay, got that mixed. Now we're going to take our fruit. I bought frozen fruit, whole fruit from Walmart, and thawed it out. We're going to pour it in over our dry ingredients. Get as much of the juice out of there as you can. Spread it out just a little. Now we're going to take our Karo syrup, and we're going to pour it over the top. Now this is the important part, according to my friend. You only want to stir this about 5 or 6 times. He always says you're not making pudding, which I tend to agree with, so we're just going to get it what I call folded and blended. And that is it. Put the lid on. We're going to wait for our charcoal, and we're ready to cook. And here's a close-up of what it should look like before you put the lid on. You see there's still a lot of flour and sugar that's not blended, but it'll turn out. Okay, I removed the Dutch oven from my cooking surface. What I'm going to do is pick out some coals to put underneath. What I'm going to do is pour these out. Get some of the hotter ones out from the bottom. We're going to spread 8 or 9 of these coals out on the bottom of our rack in a circle. The tongs are helpful, and so are these gloves. You're working with something that's very hot, so spread them out a little bit. We're going to take our oven, going to place it over those coals, just like so. Next thing we're going to do is take our tongs and put some coals on top. More on the top than on the bottom, because we want to try, we're going to be baking this, so we don't want all the heat to come from the bottom. So we're going to place probably 12 or 15 coals. We'll cover the top, making sure you get around the edge really good. If you do them in a ring, you can kind of count them a little easier. As you can see, there's more than 12 or 15 coals on top of this Dutch oven. We have a wind today, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting heat blowing off the top. So I added, there's probably 22 coals there. You can count them if you like, but I basically covered the top. So we'll see how we do when we check it. Make sure we're not burning the top. If so, we'll just take some coals off. It's been about 20 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and check our cobbler now. I'm going to take the lid off, and you want to be careful here because you don't want to get ash in your food. So we're going to lift it straight off. Make sure you got good balance. Lift it off, and as you can see, it's doing real nice. I'm probably going to take a few of those coals off the top. Now another thing to do to keep even heat, it's a good idea every 20 or 30, 15 minutes, every 15 minutes to rotate your lid so that you don't get any hot spots. Okay, my coals have cooled off a little bit, so I'm going to add a couple more. Started another little batch of coals, and we're going to put a few more on the top just to finish it off. We're probably about 35-40 minutes in, so we're just going to finish this off, and then it'll be ready. Okay folks, due to the wind, we're right at an hour, so you want to make sure that it's done. Let's make sure we got it. Oh yeah, that looks delicious. Golden brown on top. Yes, it's done. All right, time to spoon some up here. Oh, just look at all that. Get a little crust here. Okay, it's time to give this a try. Oh. There's something about the mixture of those berries that's perfect for the holidays. Crust is just right. Merry Christmas.